This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good evening. It is 6:02 p.m. You're here for the July 3rd Parks 2025 Parks meeting. I'll call this meeting to order and please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. By way of roll call, if you'll just introduce, I know we have some new faces, so we'll just go around the room, starting with you, Carol.
Do I just say Carol Courier?
Yep.
Here?
Yep.
Clark Kusurik here.
Brian Thompson here.
Sarah Levendahl here.
Ladine Ricky here.
All right, and with that, we do have a quorum, and I don't believe we have anybody on virtual, at least any commissioner. So, commissioners, additions to the agenda?
Not for me. Did we want to move item 6?
I think we'll do that now. Thank you, Clark. Item 6, which is our Buffington Park host report. We're, well, that can remain the same, but what we will add for the very end, and I will cite ORS code 192.660(2)A and B as the reason for an executive session, which will happen right after the meeting. So that will be at the very end. With that,
Sorry, for the record, is that going to be item 12?
Yes.
we have an item 12. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, item 12. Okay. Any other additions to the agenda?
I'd like to briefly talk about recruitment.
Okay, so maybe under your commissioner report.
Yes.
Okay.
I will bring that up then,
Okay, perfect.
even though I'm not on the agenda.
Right. We'll have to make sure you are on. We'll scratch out Frazier and put in Levendahl.
Well, I see. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, well, because, and we do have Ricky on there. Okay. Anything else? No? All right. Financials.
We need to move and adopt the addition to the agenda.
Okay.
Sorry, not to be a pain, but
No, that's proper form. So, would anybody like to move to?
I'll move to add the report regarding Park Host to the agenda as item number 12.
Okay.
thank you.
I'll second.
We'll let you second that one.
Ladine, okay.
Ladine.
Any further discussion? Ladine.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All in favor of going to executive session ORS 192.602A and B, please signify by saying aye.
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 All-
Unanimous.
Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
financials. Do we feel we understand these financials enough to approve said financials?
So what? Right.
That's not going to be on.
Okay.
I think the interest for us is probably the repair and maintenance items on the top of page 2. Tools and minor equipment. It looks like we're over budget on repair and maintenance on the American Legion Hall. I'm guessing that's related to the grant work that's happening for the community center. Don't know.
Maybe I can shed some light on this. Some of this is, we might want to talk about this, give folks time to look at this, but
Mhm.
the bid for redoing the Legion Hall and the community center
Mhm.
came in much higher than they had anticipated.
Mm,
So that money that was going for the Legion Hall is being moved over to the community center.
okay.
So that's what's happening there. And, we no longer will have in our budget, the parks, the police officer, how they had a piece of police
Mhm.
officer all over.
Mhm.
We are now putting all the personnel into one part of the budget.
Nice.
So it'll make it so much easier
That's
to
way better.
understand the budget. But I see it's still on here, so I'm, that's why you're going to see some zeros.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's in flux.
The
We-
approximately, let me think here, 27,000 that has been raised for the playground. Do you know where that's at? I see 85,000, but I don't believe that includes the playground.
I think it does,
I think
but
it's-
I
Does
can,
it?
yeah,
I think that's what Ann said when she was
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
it's in there. And it would be nice if we had, and I haven't seen it, if we had some actual documentation of that 27,000 so we can,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would appreciate that for
Yeah.
sure.
so, yeah, that I believe is in the 85,000 when I asked about it at budget meeting.
Is that on page 2 or 3?
Where's that?
It's
Oh, no.
page 4 of 11. How about that?
Four.
On the view.
Playground equipment upgrade, line item 01400073900 is the 85,000. So
Right.
I think that sounds like exactly where we'd expect to see that.
Right. So we will keep our eye on it.
I would
Yeah, it'd be nice.
move to accept the financials. I'm not in a position to really make any in detail comment, but it's nice to have them.
I'll second.
The dean will second. I would like to see just somehow that 27 is part of that 85, just
Right.
so we can know. But given that, I'm willing to accept the financials. So any further discussion?
Let me just make a quick note of that request.
Okay.
Uh, 85K line item. What did we say that was?
You're at 014
014
dash 00
dash double aught
dash 73900.
73900. Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay, all in favor of
Accept.
approving said motion and second, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Minutes for April 3rd, 2025. Very good minutes, by the way.
Yes.
Is this
Yes,
your
nice.
responsibility, Clark?
It is.
Man, I tell you, I was like, wow, that's great. I will motion to approve said minutes.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Oh,
Was that Sarah that seconded?
Mhm.
yes. All in favor of approving said minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carol's going to abstain?
No, I said aye.
Oh,
She
okay.
said aye. That's unanimous.
All right, thanks. Didn't see you.
That's good. She's on the far side of the room. That's
Yeah,
okay.
let me check online for citizens. No citizens. They're all busy getting ready for the 4th.
I know. Okay. So, time for citizens' concerns. Now, given this, you can step out of your role as commissioner and
Unless
speak
Petra
freely.
wants to share something with us.
Oh, Petra, would you like to speak as a citizen on something related to the park or anything?
Yeah.
I would like to.
Oh,
This is
I
what
mean,
this
I
is-
don't know if, should I go over there?
Oh, yeah.
you certainly may, or you can wait till your report. So either one.
See, you're on for.
Okay. I
Yeah.
actually am on there.
You want to go say something about the playground?
Yeah, you want to tell us about your opinion on the park?
Okay,
Good
Petra.
practice.
Good, good.
Yeah, I almost need a picture of this. You're fine. Just go up and introduce yourself and what you want to say.
Um, one of my favorite things of Buffington Park, they took out,
What was that?
where there was the thing where the purple blocks and the bars,
Mhm.
Yes?
they took that out.
Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Petra.
Thank you.
Can you give her a hug?
Yeah, better give her a hug. You did a good job, Petra.
Yeah. No.
I'll try to work on that. Okay.
It's my
I
favorite.
believe they took that out because it was deemed unsafe.
I believe
They
so
broke.
too.
They
Yeah.
broke. They either got broke or somebody broke them. And so Petra, the little circle, how it came up to like a circle, somehow that
think
circle
age.
got broke.
Oh, okay.
And so it was just raw pipe, and the guys were there right away because you would have really got cut up if anybody would have got on them. Yeah.
So it
they
was a
took-
safety problem, Petra,
It was safety, yeah.
but it's good to know. Thank
Yeah.
you for letting that be known to us. Okay. Anybody else? We good? Moving on? Moving on. Okay, report Buffalo Park host is not present. Moving on. Consent calendar. I think we have.
We don't
so,
really do a consent calendar. It's
yeah,
normally where
we
you
could
do your
take-
financials and your financials and minutes.
Okay. That means 8A, Commissioner Kasurik is up for commissioner reports.
I have very little to report.
Okay.
I will save the excitement that we disturbed one evening for you,
Oh,
and just like to say that it's summertime and it's a really nice time of year to get to see people using our parks. So seeing a little more activity when I drive past than the rainy winter months.
yeah. Okay. Oh boy, I'm up next. Okay, so I guess just for clarity regarding A-frame, because I'm supposed to talk about A-frame security incident later, but right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, isn't an application, et cetera, by
Claire.
Claire?
Yes,
Okay,
and she will be renting it from July, but she won't be holding school until September. But
Okay.
she wanted to be sure that she had the.
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay, that's good. I think that's it. A friend visited from out of town, well, Florida, actually. And he's into skating. And so we went to the Porterford Skate Park. And then I shared how we wanted to expand for more kid usage, beginner skater usage. And so just kind of keep a reminder of that ambition. And I think back nine, well, we're going to be going into goals. So I think I'm done. C, Sarah Lovendall.
All right. I'd like to, a couple of things. I want to acknowledge Skydra Sholey for all the work that she did writing our planning grant. I wrote one little bit, and she did all of this. And, it took a lot. gathering the information. That was sort of my deal, but she did a lot. So I really want to acknowledge her. I'd like to somehow acknowledge her with a formal letter, but at least in this context. And also Carol Hackrell also helped us with the budget, formulating the budget part of the grant.
Could you spell her last name so I make sure to get her in here?
I knew you'd ask me. HAC, it's hard, Hackrell, HLR. I'll get it to you.
Okay.
I'll look it up right now too.
For help with budgeting.
Yeah, I should have written it down. And
Anyhow,
we will get the results in September, whether we get the grant or not.
Thank you. I would like to also voice
here's the spelling.
my gratitude for their help. Yeah, that is a tricky one. Hackerl. Okay, that almost looks German. Hacker. Okay, I got it.
HACHER.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I have some comments, but they'll come in executive session.
Okay. Carol Curry.
Okay, so we had email from the Jubilee. I think her name was, or I got it from Jen. Is that the correct name?
Jen Bailey. Uh-huh.
Okay, so and she told me that Buffington Park was going to have a citywide cleanup Sunday, July 29th, or June 29th, excuse me, at 1 o'clock. So we, the pickleball club, there's about 25 of us we pay $25 a year. So we like to correspond our court cleanup day the same day that the city comes in and does it, because in that way it's easier for the guys. We just take all of the debris over and we put it by the A-frame. So 13 of us showed up Sunday on the 29th at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we were done by 10, and then we played pickleball for a while. And all we basically do is we just weed around the court, each side of the fence. We cut back the bush that's growing.
Mm-hmm.
We only cut back what's coming through the chain link. We don't cut down the top because we really kind of like the windbreak.
Mm-hmm.
And then we rake the perimeter on the outside and we weed eat the outside, because then it's easier for me when I go to play pickleball to blow the pine needles off. If all of the debris from the side, then it just kind of goes right through the chain link. So I just thought that was really cool. But unfortunately, I don't think anybody showed up at 1 o'clock. And I don't know what happened. I don't know who was in charge. But I don't believe anybody showed up. And then Wednesday when I left pickleball, there were visitors from California that were cleaning up the miniature golf. They had a rake, and because they live in an RV, they don't have a weed eater or a wheelbarrow or any of that. So they were just doing it with their hands and raking, because they really like to come and play miniature golf. Every day that I'm there 4 days a week, there are people playing miniature golf, not just children, but adults. And unfortunately, the putters, if they're getting left out, Richard at one time, the park host, instead of putting them back in the thing that the Rotary made to hold, He puts them in the little red shed because he feels like he's teaching responsibility, that if you leave it out, you don't get to play or something like that. So he's got a couple bucketfuls of putters in the little red shed. The last time I saw it, there were a few there. So there's not very many putters. We used to have a pickleball player that used to go to a lot of the garage sales, and he would buy putters and then he would bring them. Well, unfortunately, he's playing mostly now in Bandon. But so yeah, so the courts look really nice. But I don't know who was in charge. I wish I would have saved the email. Last year, Greg Tidy was in charge, and he had over 60 people show up.
Really?
It was 2 years ago now, I think.
Oh, was that 2
Yeah,
years
we
ago?
were there.
I was there last year, and it was just a handful of them.
Yeah,
Okay,
I remember
so it
that.
was 2 years. So it was the first one then that Greg did, and there were about 1 o'clock. There were about, my pickleball players won't go at 1 o'clock. If we don't do work session at 9 o'clock, I can't get any
We're
of
very
it.
grateful for the pickleball club's work on the courts. And yeah, it's good to have the help. Yeah, we've done, I think, 3 since I joined the commission.
Well, that's
Yeah, we
what,
kinda do it
Mark,
every
that's what
year.
I was thinking. I think it's been going on, the city's been doing it for 3 years. And like you said, the first year, I think there were tons of
First
people.
year
It was
was
the
the
very
busiest.
first year of golf disc or disc golf.
Yep.
Mhm.
And a whole bunch of people showed up. Then the next year, not so many.
The year before the disc golf went in, I think we had like 25, 30 people show up.
See, now I don't
Yeah, I
remember that
remember.
one.
It was a while ago.
We've done a handful of them. Attendance varies widely.
But I think promoting it is the biggest thing, because if people in the community know, but we just didn't really.
The Main Street cleanup. So I was sick last weekend. I'm better now. But the Main Street cleanup also looked very lightly attended. I only saw a couple of people out there, and then they had a street sweeper come through town, which was nice.
Mhm. You know, I think part of, from my perspective, part of the problem is the doers are getting tired. The doers are getting older
Oh, man.
and they're getting tired.
Yeah,
And I
Yeah.
see that a lot in,
right.
Yep.
in a lot of
Makes
areas.
sense.
I think promoting it, you
Oh.
hit on something that promoting it. I mean, I didn't even really know that. I didn't know. I had nothing given to me that there was going to be a cleanup.
Well, I got one from, I think it was Jen from Port Orford Jubilee was the one that told me about it.
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
we could do a better job of that.
Well, yeah, I think as Parks Commission, we can definitely next year do a better job. Did somebody just chime in, or they?
I apologize, Brian, for not, because I was mending to ask you what time, it was, and maybe that would have gotten it to where we could have
We need
promoted
Right,
it
make
a
it as
little
a
bit
parks
we
more.
need to know it's happening. We need to agree it's happening. I think that's part of the challenge.
Exactly, instead of somebody just saying.
Well, and we didn't have.
we normally
We
would
don't
have
have June.
addressed it at our June meeting and said, hey,
Right.
4th of July is coming up. Everybody, let's get together at this time.
That's true.
So I think that that's an important step that we just didn't have. There was no committee decision to have a cleanup, or no commission decision. And then it wasn't, advertised on Facebook and word of mouth and the bulletin board at Ray's and all these other venues that I think could be.
So maybe what we should do is put it on the calendar that the Sunday before the 4th of July or 2 Sundays before the 4th of July is the day that we choose
To do,
to do that. Maybe it's something that we could, and maybe we could get the Jubilee Committee to put it in their brochure, maybe. That would be a wonderful way, because they come out before July 4th, so that would be there's so many people that don't do Facebook is the only problem.
Yep, smart. Can't blame them. But
No,
Right.
I totally understand. It's a love-hate thing.
But if somebody sees it on Facebook and then mentions it over coffee, that's
right.
just as good. Almost as
Yeah,
good. But,
Cafe 2.0 has it up.
right. Put a flyer up at the cafe. Put something
Yep.
up at City Hall. We'll get more people.
Oh,
And Lori Prouty has 240 people that you can, and if you have something, she e-blasts
it's the
to,
member.
if you have something going on.
Who?
Lori Prouty.
I don't know her.
Yeah,
Does
and
she,
it's,
She's POCC.
and she's on TLC,
so what is POTC?
POCC.
Port Orford Community Co-op,
Oh, okay.
And,
is it?
yeah, she's also on
members.
the TLC committee, and she runs the
And
community
TLC is Transitional Lodge
lodging
Tax?
tax, yeah.
Oh, transient lodging tax, TLT,
Okay.
TLT, yeah.
TLT, sorry. But, and she runs the community garden.
Nice.
Okay,
So she's very active, and she does this, and for anybody that has something that's going on, and that I think she has about 250 people in the area.
Cool.
Which is, and it just, it's an email blast.
okay.
Yeah, we mowed, we brought, they mowed all around the courts, and I could just, when we showed, and I went down there after one and there was nobody
Nobody.
there.
Anything else to report?
No, that is it.
Okay, and moving on to Commissioner Ricky.
Okay, so to kind of bounce from what you're saying, I do know that golf balls were donated to the Rotary, and the Rotary is bringing them to Buffington Park at some point. And I don't know the putter situation, but if you feel like the putters, that there's a plethora of putters in the red shed that could be used. So,
And maybe they're broken, maybe, I don't know if they're broken. He could have just, but I think, isn't the red shed for his personal storage? I mean,
It's
Yeah.
50, I think.
Yeah,
when I was there, it seemed like it was mostly his personal
I think
storage.
it's mostly personal storage, but there's some stuff from the park and related to the, park host role that ends up in there.
okay. Well,
Or somebody needs to go to the thrift store and,
get
I try
some.
to buy putters anytime I see them under, a few bucks, but they
Yep.
get bashed up and disappear.
yep.
it happens. We find golf balls all over.
We've had some vandalism, I would say, putters being broken. I went in there, all the balls are gone, and, some of the rackets are gone. But I'm hoping that we may have curtailed some of that.
Okay.
But
So
There.
I have more of a question rather
Okay.
than a report. I do really like this. Included in our packet here is the top 10 or a list of 10 projects. I think that's pretty amazing.
This is, to note, this is from a few years ago.
Oh,
And
from
we'll
a few
review
years
it in
ago.
just a few moments
Okay.
as a potential, what items we want to be current. So anyways, to note.
So my question goes back to the April 3rd meeting that I attended, and it talked about, it had a report from Rotary, and it says, I don't know why I put a question. Is the planning grant considering keeping the horse corral? And okay, so there's a question here, because if it's replacing an existing infrastructure, couldn't they go ahead and do that improvement? So
So to shed some light, maybe, there's
It's the-
something we're dealing with, which is regarding all public and Oregon public, is my understanding, properties before something is dug upon, that it's reviewed by tribes. So this is what it's about. Nothing beyond that.
I can say, if you read the 2017 recommendation, that this,
and I did,
Yeah.
I read that.
and in there, one of the recommendations was consideration to do something else with that property. That was just a consideration.
Mhm.
But I think the planning grant will do that. I mean, we'll look at different aspects of the park and and then I guess it'd be up to us, what is going to benefit the most people and what makes sense. And, and there's a lot of things with the pickleball and all that. So hopefully look at all the components of the park and some of the engineering so we can go make that decision. I think that would.
So my answer will be, it seems what I'm hearing is that no action now because there is going to be a planning grant or a planning, how do I respond to this? I mean,
Wait, are you trying to respond to somebody in the community? Is that what
I
this is?
am, okay, so I am a part of the Rotary.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I did read this book and I recognize that historically the horse corral and arena, the
Mhm.
horse arena has been here for a variety of community members. It was a place where Over the Rainbow could happen. There are at least 2 community members who would like to use that.
Mhm.
Sorry,
So
what's over the rainbow?
Over
don't
the
know.
Rainbow was a program
Or it
that was for horses and special needs children.
Okay.
It's been a while, but so if it is fixing current infrastructure, why would it have to go through any kind of tribal?
Well, that was my question during that April meeting.
Mhm.
To us was my understanding is if it's something that's replacing, and it might, I mean, I think the best move is Melissa, talking to Melissa, and then also who is the tribal person because it might be as simple as, well, yeah, that's them just saying, oh, clearly you're not going to be doing bigger holes than what there is. You've already done it. There's not going to be anything there. That may be, but I can't speak to that.
Rotary did come and speak to city council and Melissa responded to them at that time.
Oh,
So
okay.
that Mike was here.
Yeah.
And so. And that's
Nobody
what I was concerned.
responded? Is that what you said?
No, they did respond.
Oh,
Yeah, Melissa responded to
okay.
their inquiry.
Okay.
And I just think,
All right.
we just need to look at what's the best use of that large area
Okay.
where you can get, and I think that's something that happens in our planning grant.
Okay.
I think so.
It's like, we don't make that decision right now.
Okay.
Maybe it is horses, but how often is it used? Maybe it's for, I don't know, whatever they said in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
they did.
Picnicking or, a multi-use thing. So that's something that will probably come forward and something that will probably come before us at some point.
Okay. Did you have any other questions or thoughts?
No.
Clear as mud? All right. Okay, moving on. Old business. Parks top 10 goals. At the very back of your packet, you will see what we had. And again, this was from 2 maybe years ago. Oh, you should have been all forwarded this a month or 2 ago, by the way.
Yes, we were.
Okay, good. So I think I'll just read down them real quick. And number 1, new playground fundraising currently, finding an appropriate vendor, remove trees as necessary for safety and expansion. 2, signage and painting, old mill site block signage, common quote themed signage throughout the park, paint old areas new colors. 3, disc golf and nature area, open up areas around the perimeter of the nature trail, install disc golf holes, expand holes into Buffington, Maine. So this was before
Before
we
disc
had
golf
the
was.
9. So this is old.
So disc
Yeah.
golf then, this number 3 then has been completed.
No, not
Oh.
the back.
The first half has.
Yeah,
Okay.
we call this, Tidy called it The 9 holes that are in are the front
The
9.
main,
And then the back 9 is
the
yours
ones that are
across by
across the
nature
way
trail.
where
Yep.
you did the cross country.
Yep,
Or- okay.
yep, and they'll be on the outside of that. Item 4, bathroom by playground, paint bathrooms and touch up necessary features. 5, concrete wall by basketball courts, mural artwork inside area, attached bouldering holes. Oh, that'd still be cool. Okay. 6, skate park, expand skate park for a street style area, bids for concrete, remove necessary trees that are filling the bowls with debris. Install/update necessary lighting in existing lighting structures. 7, tennis courts pickleball, maintain the court surface, update, install necessary lighting, permanent pickleball nets on the 1 court side, leaving 1 tennis court and 2 pickleball courts, trim branches on the east side. 8, all bleachers by the baseball field, skate park, repaint new pressure treated wood and regular maintenance on dilapidated structures. 9, pavers installed at well-used walking areas. Pavers are being stored at water treatment plant. And then 10, improve Battle Rock trails. Now, from this, and what we could even do now, unless you want more time, is establish, basically we brought these different items, and then we, by significance, itemized them 1, 2, 3. So it's by order of importance, and yeah, unfortunately number 1 still, but anyways, by order of importance and preference. And so that's what this was. So now begins kind of the discussion. We can tonight, well, I guess since the planning grant is happening, gonna be happening too, but at least we can kind of get some
Yeah.
compass direction of some things that we want
I
to.
think the planning grant's
Still-
a great item to have on the list. Get through the planning grant process. It's been a lot of work.
I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully we get it.
I have a word for thought. These
Yeah.
are all wonderful ideas. There's the ones, what I would like as a citizen to focus on, repairing what we already have, like the dilapidated playground and the signage and painting. And before we go on and adding more things to
I've-
take care of,
That is-
I think that we really need to kind of cut back and
Yeah.
that A-frame, they have a great big hole in right by the door where those little children could, well, yeah, they put a piece of plywood over it.
Oh, I thought they nailed it down. The whole
Well, yeah,
thing.
they may have nailed it down, but it looks horrible. I mean, it's just everything is falling apart.
Right.
My word for thought is that after we get the playground rebuilt, that we focus on maintaining before we build something new. That's my word for thought.
And that was the sentiment that has been here
Exactly.
for quite a while. Yep.
That's why bathrooms are number 2 on my list.
Well,
And that we could
But
even
what
open up.
about the bathroom that is over by the parking lot? That used to be the bathroom. What is that building now?
It is a dilapidated bathroom.
Okay, can it be brought back to life?
It can if we have budget.
Okay,
And that's something Greg Tidy had looked into in some depth, and
Yeah.
it's apparently salvageable, but it has to be completely like gutted and replumbed.
oh, I'm sure, yeah, okay.
New fixtures. So it's again, like everything, a question of money and
Yeah, okay.
resources.
Can I add something to that?
Of course, yeah.
We are, as a city, right now, for the next 2 years, in really dire straits as far as funding. So, and I don't know if how much of the citizenry is aware of it. I just went through the budget process and budget committee process, and it's going to be tough. And we're not alone. Everybody's that way. So yes, some of these things we might not be able to do, or we're going to need to think of other ways to get money to do these things. So some of these things we can probably figure out how to do, that are repairs on the.
Oh. Question, I saw in the budget, there's an actual parks worker. Is that person
Maintenance
able to
fund?
do, where did I see it?
Are you talking about the maintenance fund?
No, there's an
Park
actual
Resource officer? The
Parks Resource Officer.
That's,
Can that individual do parky things?
that was
The
part of a
police.
police person.
Mhm.
That was a part of a
Part of
policeman.
that fourth.
What they did is, they
Hmm.
took the, okay, so the police go around town and so they're supposed, so they're supposed to kind of look at Buffington area. So
Okay.
it's an odd way of budgeting, but so they used to divide up the salary among the different,
Committees.
Huh.
different places. And so that's why with the new budget,
Uh-huh.
we'll have all the personnel. So you can look at it and see how much are we really spending on personnel or, da, 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 da,
Okay.
that kind of a thing. So that's what that is.
Okay.
And you
Thank you
notice
for
it's
that
there.
clarification. I guess the question is there somebody that can do small things, i.e., one of these bleachers that needs some pressure treated wood putting down on it? Like, is there a time that can be allocated, or are they too busy?
John Isidore is Public Works.
Okay,
Public Works people are the ones that come and
do that.
do that. Like I saw a hole when I went in there a few months ago and they went and was with Ann. I went, look at this, you can't have this. And so they fix that part. So I don't know what other part you're talking about, but so that we need to, if we come up with something and we need to fix it, it will be someone from John Isidore's staff, the Public Works folks. And they're the ones that,
Maybe.
They're also very, very busy.
Yeah, I know they have
A
a
lot of
ton
water
going.
breaks, it turns out.
You're right.
we just have.
Which
Maybe-
waters?
Maybe if we had a park host that was handful of,
We'll be
We can
talking about
discuss
that.
that in a minute.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what do we want to do, commissioners, with these top 10? Do you want to establish, and I know actually for sake of time.
I want to voice my support for Carol's idea of doing repairs. I think
Yep.
sometimes
Yep.
it's important to prune the idea tree and to get back to basics. I also, in terms of priorities, will abstain from providing priorities, considering that I'm a short timer on the commission, and that will leave room for other people's interests.
I know some of you have family in town and everything. We're going to keep tonight short. And I could scrub through this, see what can be a more repair oriented thing and make recommendations next month.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
Yes.
All right, moving along. Playground grant, I think you discussed that, Sarah.
Submitted May 15th, and we should hear about it from September. We really want to publicly acknowledge.
by September, is that what you said, Sarah?
September is what Skydra told me, September we should hear.
Find out. Okay, good. And then Park Host, 9C, Park Host discussion, we'll save that for a little bit. Item 10A, officer election, chair and secretary positions. So I don't know if we want to do that now. We don't have CR in here, but we wouldn't, I mean,
We have a quorum.
everything's going to be,
Make her president
open.
and secretary.
this is true.
Isn't CRN leaving in September
She is.
also?
I'm just giving her a
Oh.
hard time.
So if anybody has the ambition of either position, we could tackle that right now. We can wait till next month. We could do however you want to do.
Scouting.
Or scouting.
We need
Yeah.
scout-
Yeah. And that,
Recruit.
didn't we
recruit.
have, well, I guess now is also a good time to talk about the recruitment. And Sarah, you wanted to speak to that?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it a couple months ago when I heard that Clark and Sierra were leaving, that we really need to actively try to recruit. We can do it many different ways. Individually, you might know some people that you think are really great and you might, and
I've begged everybody I know.
yeah. And just to
Did you
try
offer
to,
money? No, I'm just kidding. For the
But
record, that was a
cookies.
joke.
we have new people in the community and so I will to continue to
Mhm.
get people that are maybe willing. And I think if we all try to find somebody and ask 10 and maybe you get one. Ask,
We could all bake cookies and offer
you know,
cookies.
but it's just,
That's reasonable.
we might have to go to a different source and just,
There are some parents of kids, especially as I was considering playground, that I have shared with. And so the thing, if you're not familiar, is, well, you probably are because you applied, but I just refer to them. You go see Melissa in the office and get a packet. I guess we could make it one step easier by actually having a couple copies of packets on us to say, hey, if you want to, here, just fill this out.
And I'll
Doesn't
drop
take-
it off for you.
And I'll, yeah, if you really want to.
whatever
All
it
the-
takes.
Yeah, but yeah, it would be exciting to see some
It
new
would be nice to see
energy.
some younger people here that have children, you know, that,
Right.
and that they have an invested interest
Yeah,
and they're not as tired.
no, that's a
And-
good point.
There's a middle group too,
Exactly.
the people that have just retired,
That are taking care of the grandbabies.
that are, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But whatever, I just think
We
it'd be
need a
great.
diversity group, I agree.
We just need
Yeah.
to actively, I will actively try to find more members.
so we're gonna hold off then. I take it as far as officers and try to recruit some more people before doing so, or
Yeah.
like I said,
Do
you
you
want
want
to
to
do that
be,
now?
you want to remain chair?
I'm willing to, but if somebody really wants to do it,
Nope.
by all means,
I'm
go for it.
too
So,
I think
Stretched.
you should stay chair.
Yeah.
well, like I said, I'm
I
willing
would
to.
move to elect Brian Thompson to the chair position.
Oh, boy.
of the Parks Commission.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of, and I will abstain since this pertains to me, but all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
I,
Yay,
And
thank you.
that's
Brian.
unanimous. Okay, that means we need a vice because as Clark will be stepping down, anybody interested in that? What that looks like is oftentimes Joseph will email correspondence, and that's something that then Clark and I, as vice chair, would go over, say, yeah, this needs to be added, this is incorrect, that kind of thing. So it's not,
Vice chair is much lighter work.
I will, yeah, I would agree. So, anybody have a hankering to give that a go? No? Uh-oh. Okay, well then we'll just table for
Well,
now.
That'll have to wait.
maybe, let me think about it.
Okay.
I'm just on.
I
a
don't know
lot of
that the liaison,
Maybe I don't even
I don't
why I'm on
know,
it.
yeah, normally it's somebody else
Okay,
within the
good.
commission, but we
I
can
got a
tackle
good
that later. Yeah,
excuse.
yeah. Sit right here. Okay,
Yeah.
and recruiting. Okay, new commissioner, 10B, excuse me. Item 10B, new commissioner training. I don't, not sure what that's about.
I don't
I
Anybody know?
don't know either, but
Okay.
is there commissioner
that I know.
training besides you're just
We-
approved?
We had talked, I think, a couple of months ago, and it's a little hazy about the idea of welcoming our new commission members and trying to do better to pass the torch, I think was kind of the idea. What projects we've worked on, what's been a challenge, what's worked well. And we historically, at least I got a walkthrough of the park when I came on board. And so Brian and I think it was
Right.
Brian and Greg walked through the park with me, and they explained sort of the different features. We're all pretty familiar with the park, but it was helpful as a new timer or first timer. And then also took me through some of the sort of secondary properties. We all know and love Buffington, but there's also the Battle Rock Wayside Visitor Center. There's the walkway, which has fallen into disrepair, the
Mhm.
boardwalk. And there's something else. There's a boat ramp,
Mhm.
and there's one other property I'm forgetting.
The jail,
The
you have
jail.
the overlook, yeah. That
So,
stuff.
so there's a handful of properties, and that was helpful as onboarding.
Mhm.
I think that's a really good idea. Anne took me on we went through Buffington.
Okay.
When I got on the city because I saw,
Okay.
and I just took me all over, as a counselor to see different, like the sewer treatment plant and all that. And it was very, very helpful.
Yeah.
And so maybe, because we have 3 newbies right here.
That's
This-
right.
This
We should do
helps.
that.
It does.
It
Oh, good.
helps
Do
a
you
lot.
have one of those?
You don't?
Oh, I can,
I have
think-
a copy that I can hand down.
okay.
Yeah, I've got 2 copies.
Thank you,
One at
Clark.
You're
home.
welcome.
I can give her this copy right away.
Okay, we got plenty of copies.
Yeah.
And I could give you my other copy.
There you go. We'll get it done.
This copy must have been Greg's
Thank you
copies.
very much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I've read.
Okay.
this.
All right. Well,
nice
then,
to
yeah, we should try to figure out a time to just go walk around and show the stuff. So, let's do 10C, A-frame incident, security incident. All right. In a nutshell, 10C. So Clark and I were just recreationally riding about and noticed some activity in the A-frame. This was around about 7 p.m. Oh, that's weird. But, maybe somebody's cleaning, whatever. Continued and like, nah, that just seemed odd. Maybe I should. What? Anyways. So basically, then we rode around. They said, oh, I actually approached them. They said this was some younger folks, younger folks being, I think, high school age. And
Early
so,
teens.
yeah, early teens. And they were in cleaning. Like, oh, okay.
That's what they told you?
Yeah. So then it was like, maybe we should, the whole thing, trust and verify.
Yeah,
So we called
Claire's husband,
Claire. No, it's Claire.
Claire.
Say, hey, your cleaners are here. Do you normally clean at 7 o'clock at night? We have no cleaners that are in, like, they're not ours. What is going on? So fast forward, later on, police came, et cetera. So it was then divulged that they had broke in and there was vandalism to the property. So as a matter of the Parks Commission knowing about one of their properties or possessions, Clark then provided a deadbolt, and which I provided to you, which
And I
then you got
gave-
to Melissa.
Yep.
And I wonder if that's in or not.
Last time I checked, I didn't see it, but they've done something to that door.
Okay.
They were because the kids got in with a credit card.
Yeah, they could just
They took a credit
jimmy
card.
the lock. Yeah.
And so I don't know if they put a deadbolt on the inside. I don't know
There
what
was
they
a
did.
Grown adult.
Well, and
there also.
they flooded the
Yeah,
bathroom and the rugs. I mean, it stunk to high heavens of urine the next day.
They
Oh,
also
no way.
took fertilizer, which is probably why it's not, and dumped it all in the loft. It was
Yeah.
outside.
It was horrible. They were almost in tears, the
It
two.
was terrible.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it was a mess.
They should have made them clean it up.
Cleaners. So anyhow, that's to report.
And the
that's
police did they took the
Mhm.
kids in and did
Did an
whatever they had to do.
investigation. Yeah.
enough. Okay.
But I
So
don't-
they
So
were
that's-
cited?
I don't know.
I don't know what the,
Oh, okay.
but-
Yeah, they're juveniles.
but it
you
was,
can't
it
know
was
that.
dealt with the police, and we're trying to beef up.
So a
security.
deadbolt is gonna solve the problem? That's what you're,
So
Basically, yeah.
at
Oh,
least
okay.
it'll solve if they
The,
got through the credit card. What happens is it's just one of those spring latches
Okay,
on like
right.
a regular handle, and you can just depress the spring with a credit card, and the door will open. So
Okay.
it's,
Yeah.
Yeah. Trivial lock picking.
and then they were talking about you can put some wood in there, but they were going to do something. So I don't know.
Okay. It's been handled according to what we know. That's 10C. We'll move on to 11A, citizens considerations. And,
Check online before we move forward. Still no citizens.
okay. Commissioners considerations. So when we go to this ORS, we don't want to, we'll turn off that
Yep.
because, okay.
We'll turn off the mics and the
Okay. But we will do it within the meeting, or do we adjourn the meeting and do it within the meeting?
What I've observed is you announce that we are going into executive session,
Okay,
and then we go in, and then you come out before we
Yeah.
adjourn.
It's a container within the meeting. So we leave the meeting open. We say
Okay.
we're going to executive session. If there was public here, we kick them out. Then we shut off the camera and the mic. We
Okay.
have our executive session discussion. No motions can be made during the executive session. and then we come out of executive session, make any motions, take action, and then we can conclude our meeting.
Okay, so we'll finish, any commissioner considerations you want to discuss? Okay, and then with that, we will move into executive session citing ORS code 192.660 2A and B. With that, anybody that's in the audience, which I see none, are to leave. Uh-oh.
On, Mike's back on. You need to ring us back in.
Okay, I'm now going to conclude the executive session, again citing ORS Code 192.660 2A and B. And with that, we're back in regular Parks meeting. Do we have any motions? Do we have a motion for anything?
Let's see. I move that we recommend to the city council that Richard Tessier contract is not renewed. It has expired on June 30th, 2025.
Do we have a second to that motion?
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any needed discussion? Hearing, oh,
Give me just a second here.
okay, sorry, Clark's gonna catch up.
And because of your motion, I need to double check the spelling on this name.
It's Tessssier.
Got it. Thank you. I'm ready for the vote.
Okay, so having a motion and a second and having time for discussion, all in favor of approving this motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
That motion passes unanimously. Okay, with that, we have future meeting, which is not July 3rd. We're going to be on
Oh,
for
no.
August 7th, I think.
Let me
August.
double check that, yeah.
Oh, there was one other thing. One of our workers, when on Sunday, we brought ladders and he did all of the swings
August 1.
so they
No.
don't squeak
Oh, you're right,
anymore.
so-
It was so nice to.
It is awful.
Nice.
They bother some people more than others, right? But that was the first thing he did was he get the ladder.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna have a future meeting August 7th. You know what? That might be when we're gone. Anyhow, at this point, it'll be set for August 7th at 6 p.m. here in Gable Chambers and online. Thank you all for taking time right before the big 4th of July. We hope you have a wonderful Jubilee weekend, can attend all the festivities, and with that, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, thank you.
So, and Sarah, I know that the Buffington needs somebody there all year. I just